That applause is surprisingly quiet. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am James Phoenix, and welcome to another WWE Fantasy Log. We are the League of Opinionated Gentlemen, and this is our weekly show where we look back at the week in wrestling, mostly WWE. Excuse me. Mostly the WWE, and we score the Fantasy League. It's our thing that we do. So, you may notice we're on a different night this week. I do apologize. Normally we do this on Thursday night going into Friday, but unfortunately I had to be up early that morning and the morning after this morning, so I could not do it the last couple nights, and my compatriots were kind enough to postpone until this evening.
Indeed.
Joining me as always are Jeff and John.
Hi. I'm back!
So as we check, you'll see Jeff is losing by 3,000 points.
He had a really bad week.
He did.
Uh-huh.
But anyway. Well, we'll open it as we always do, and that is with the assorted news items.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial. What? You don't like the vintage opening?
No, I don't. You know, Jeff, unlike you, most of our audience is not old enough to remember when TVs had dials and only 3 channels. Anyway, let's do the thing. Where's the... Here we go, down here. That's that. Okay. So these are in no particular order. As FYI. First of all, and what is the source for this?
All the suspense.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure, but anyway, reports indicating, and these news items are taken from Raja.com, by the way, just FYI.
All right.
Although some can be found elsewhere. First of all, it has apparently been reported that The Rock is actually going to star in 2 DC Comics movies.
Okay. All right.
Of course, it's already known that he is playing Black Adam in the movie Shazam, coming in 2019, thereabouts. But apparently, there isn't anything else on the other one, but apparently, whatever he's doing was good enough, is that they're also, he's also going to be starring in a titular Black Adam film. That will be sometime after Shazam. So that's the thing.
So is that basically going to be that DCUO raid turned into a movie?
I don't know. The studio reportedly decided that he should have his own film during the pre-production. So we'll see how that goes. But The Rock wrote on Twitter this month he's going to help, quote, usher in a new era of DC Comics films, end quote.
And that's assuming Wonder Woman doesn't bomb.
Yeah, well, that seems unlikely.
Many things seem unlikely. We'll
yeah, but people will go and see it just by virtue of it being Wonder Woman.
Oh, they'll make a lot of money on the opening weekend and stuff.
And that's all they need to justify making more.
Yeah. As long as it makes enough money.
Yep. It's the first time we're having the big screen female hero, and Captain Kirk is playing her boyfriend. All the ladies will go see the movie.
Yeah, and they also had the first time Batman and Superman ever together on screen, and we saw how that worked out.
Yes, because everybody knew from the word go that was going to be a clusterfuck and was happening way too soon. Moving along. Going into slight speculation territory here. There's been rumors flying around recently about whether or not the Hardy Boys are going to come back to the WWE. And according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, both the Hardy Boys and Drew Galloway, their Impact Wrestling contracts are expiring soon. And while WWE does have interest in Matt and Jeff Hardy, Dave Meltzer reports that the Hardys will likely stay with Impact Wrestling, where they can have a guaranteed contract that gives them both creative control and full control of their outside bookings. Matt Hardy's bookings have increased substantially ever since his broken character got over as fuck.
I don't know if they will maintain creative control given the fact that ownership has recently changed hands.
Yeah, but given that the Hardys are currently the only thing making Impact any money, yeah, they will.
That's because the previous ownership was crap. But the new ownership, they may be like, yeah, you get your guaranteed contract, but you don't get no creative control. We're gonna shift direction here. You just don't know what the new.
I point out to you, the creative consultants are Zeb Coulter and fucking Jeff Jarrett again. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
I don't know if Jeff Jarrett will give them creative control.
He's just a consultant. He doesn't have that authority.
Well, we'll see.
But anyway. So we'll see how that goes. Drew Galloway's gotten offers outside of Impact, but he'll probably resign with Impact as well.
He's also got to try to get back his was it WCPW championship?
Yeah, that too.
I also don't blame him considering, what WWE did to him the first time. I don't blame him for telling them to fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Moving on. That's the wrong document. There we go. This is interesting, and preface this by saying that this is not anywhere in the immediate future, so don't get too excited. It's a preface. But reports, a report from PWInsider.com. So again, grain of salt, nothing confirmed. But report from PWInsider.com indicates that at some point in the future, not the immediate future, but perhaps the not too distant future, Michael Cole is potentially transitioning off of TV and into a backstage role.
Sorry, just when you said not too distant future, I immediately thought of Mystery Science Theater. That would be interesting to have Michael Cole do that, because it'd be like, I liked him when he was first there, but he's definitely been there too long, so I'd be okay with him not being an on-screen personality. Although, who'd replace him? Like Byron or Otunga? Like, no.
Well, no, as you can see, they're already planning for this, though.
Yeah.
Because they added Tom Phillips to the SmackDown table so they could move Morrow to Raw. No?
Yeah, that could work.
And you didn't react to what I said, so I wasn't sure if you heard me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see either, so it doesn't really bother me if they move Morrow to one to the other, but he's pretty
Fair
good.
enough.
Or I could see if they want the name recognition, I could see them moving JBL back to Raw.
No, because they need a play-by-play guy.
Mago.
That's what fuck, I forgot his name now. The guy with the tats.
Corey Graves.
Corey Graves is a heel
Corey
color
Graves.
commentator. Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, I think he'd be better as play-by-play because he was an
He's
actual
good.
wrestler.
He's good at play. Have you heard him do play? He did play-by-play when he was like on fucking NXT.
He can, but the thing is, he's watch 205 Live sometime. He is an amazing heel color commentator.
Has he gotten better? Because I hated him as a heel.
No, he's gotten much better.
He was generic as shit. Like,
no, he's very good. And you believe him that you believe when you hear him that he's putting over the guys that he likes, not just because certain guys are heels. No, him and Morrow, along with Austin Aries on 205 Live, is the best commentary team WWE has had in years. Watch 205 Live. But anyway, according to a new report, Michael Cole might be transitioning off camera to a full-time behind-the-scenes role. In the past few weeks especially, there's been discussions about his future with the company. Cole already handles some behind-the-scenes duties in WWE. He assists on the production end of things and helps with grooming the next generation of announcers. Won't be in the immediate future, but he and WWE management have been having talks about it. So we'll see where that goes. Take that as you will.
I also put to you, if they make JBL the play-by-play, would he really do that worse of a job than Michael Cole?
Potentially.
I don't know. I think JBL's pretty bad at what he does already. So
Yeah, well, you have to think about something else. Think about commentary teams throughout history. Going back, aside from, even going back all the way, aside from maybe Bobby Heenan, play-by-play guys have always been non-wrestlers. Cole, Mauro Ranallo, JR, Vince. The play-by-play guy has always been a non-wrestler who knows the business and calls the action. And the wrestlers on the desk are always the color guys because they've been in the ring. That's why they can give color commentary, because they know what's going on in the ring. They've done it. They've been there.
yeah.
Well, we'll see. So we'll see where they go with it.
But I think that could be where they're going. It's why they're grooming Tom Phillips to take over the SmackDown desk as the next Michael Cole, and they'll move Morrow to Raw as the next JR. In my opinion.
That would suck for SmackDown.
Not to mention they've got that other new guy they hired for NXT. What do we shall see? Moving along. Triple H was interviewed by the Fox Sports Compadres podcast the other day.
Okay.
And he confirmed that it's been difficult planning this, but there are plans to host an upcoming WWE Women's Tournament in similar fashion to the UK tournament.
Nice.
Okay.
Are you mentioning the tournament later, or?
We're going to get there.
Okay.
There's a difficulty planning this because of the changing landscape at WWE. The idea will be to scour the globe like they did with the cruiserweights to find women that are out there not seen and bring them up and see what they can do, with the more popular ones joining the women's division rosters of the respective programs. Triple H also spoke when asked about intergender matches. It says he doesn't think the WWE fans are ready for men beating up women, so that will not be happening anytime in the near future.
Again? Did he add again?
Yeah, he said aside from the shock value entertainment of it, he doesn't really see where that would be beneficial. So.
Yeah, boo equality.
Yes.
Right.
And he did add that drugging women and marrying them against their will is okay, though.
I really hope he did, but I know he didn't. I would have been like, you know what? I'll forgive one thing, Triple H, because you did that.
No, I wish he actually said that, but he didn't. What else we got?
Or raping their corpses.
Or that.
Sorry, that was Kane.
Let's go to the week's injury report.
Okay.
He made it 1 week.
Oh.
Apparently at the NXT taping that was going on in Winter Park, Florida, earlier in the week. Or, well, this is earlier this month, but whenever the NXT taping was happening. During a tag team match in which he was teaming with Shinsuke Nakamura against opponents that have not been identified here, Tajiri blew his knee out.
Tajiri?
Tajiri.
Oh. I was really paranoid you're going to say Hideo Itami. Damn it, really?
No, not Itami. Oh. No, apparently Tajiri was teaming with Nakamura because Japanese. And so, apparently whatever happened, Tajiri injured his right knee and will be out for an indeterminate amount of time.
Great.
To which Brian Kendrick immediately jumped on Twitter to report that, oh, of course, he spits in my face, and a week later he's injured. He's too much of a coward to face me in the ring. So that happened. So we wish Tajiri well in his recovery. And I'm covering this as a separate news thing, even though it happened on Raw. because might as well talk about it for a minute. WWE took the opportunity on Monday Night Raw this past week to announce the first inductee into the 2017 class of the WWE Hall of Fame. And it is your Olympic hero and mine, former WWE World Champion Kurt Angle.
You suck. You
suck.
Which-
You suck.
The crowd immediately did that as soon as his music hit.
Oh yeah, it's classic.
It was funny.
I don't
So
think
correct.
anyone has a problem with him going in the Hall of Fame.
No.
And then immediately following that, Kurt Angle sent out a tweet that said, "I'm coming home. Hashtag it's damn true."
Yep. So we're happy to see Kurt going into the Hall of Fame. That's going to be great. He certainly deserves it. With his 6.5 years in the company, he had quite an impact.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So good for him.
Pun intended.
Sure. It is also worth noting that Angle did say that as of now, he's not scheduled to do any wrestling. It's just a Hall of Fame thing. He wants to get through that. He's on it for that, and then he'll see if anything else happens. He did also say in a separate interview that it was a no-brainer that if he was going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, the only person that could induct him is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I saw that. That'd be awesome.
So hopefully that will happen. We shall see.
It would greatly surprise me if Angle did absolutely nothing for WrestleMania, since he's actually going to, be there.
Yeah, we'll see.
He has to come out and Angle slam at least one person or put someone in an ankle lock. Come on. It has to happen.
No, it's just in the middle of the show, and it just cuts backstage, and you just see Kurt Angle. You see Kurt Angle standing in a hallway, and you're like, "What's going on?" In the camera pan, and you just see Jack Swagger having been put through a table just for no reason. Anyway, so in further rumor regarding the Hall of Fame, nothing confirmed. We'll see what happens on Monday night if they announce another inductee, which they presumably will. But heavy rumors are indicating that this year's female inductee could be the Glamazon Beth Phoenix.
Really?
Really?
That seems like an odd choice, but okay.
Well, they're kind of running out of women.
Well, they have one that they just recently rehired that deserves it far more than Beth Phoenix does.
They don't induct people on the active roster.
Yeah.
The sole exception to that was Ric Flair. That's because he got retired the fucking night after.
Retired.
Sorry, I love you. Well, WWE retired anyway. Remember, if it doesn't happen in WWE, it doesn't count. Unless it happens in Japan, apparently. Then it apparently counts now. But, yeah, so we'll see if that pans out to be true on Monday night. One would presume that if that were the case, she would be inducted by her husband. But we shall see.
Possibly.
I don't think that would be appropriate, but maybe that's just me. The only other person I could see might be Natty because of their partnership.
Well, I would say yes, if only because her husband, but if you really think about it in terms of WWE and wrestling, it makes absolutely no goddamn sense, because it's not like Edge ever fucking did anything with Beth Phoenix.
No, but
You would
it's not
think
like
you would
it's
think
not
it made
like-
more sense to be inducted by someone who actually did something with you and helped your career.
I suppose.
Fucking Edge didn't help her career; it helped her personal life. Let's get that
True.
straight.
You're not wrong. Well, we'll see what happens if that even ends up being true. Who knows?
Now, if Edge was inducted by Lita, that would make a whole lot of sense because his career was made on fucking Lita.
Mm-hmm.
Words well chosen.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It's damn true.
It is damn true. You are not wrong.
Next news item.
Indeed. So let's keep going here. What do we got next? Scrolling down the list of news items. Well, I'm gonna jump down here for a second. Speaking of people who, speaking of the Hall of Fame, or people who might be abruptly added to this class because of, oh no, he's already in. Okay, yeah, Stupefy Snook is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost the. He apparently was. I couldn't remember if he was in the Hall of Fame already or not. Apparently he is. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, Stupefy Snook passed away. He was 73 after a long bout with the combination of dementia and something else.
So I guess they weren't lying to get him out of trial.
Apparently they were not. He had stomach cancer. It was stomach cancer. So, our thoughts and prayers with the Snuka family, Tamina, and of course everyone else.
The Rock.
The Rock, yep. All the Samoans.
Roman Reigns. Boo.
And prayers and thoughts with the family, and our hopes that maybe this unburies Tamina's career somehow.
I would be very surprised if she came back, if she didn't come back as a super baby face.
Oh yeah, she come back full on Tamina Snook. I mean, did you not see the tribute video package where the last tweet was blatantly her tweet, big as life?
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing WWE knows how to do. It's capitalize on a dead wrestler.
It's true.
Unfortunately.
It's damn true.
It's like on their plaque inside their office.
Pretty much.
This year at the Hall of Fame ceremony, we're unveiling the Superfly Award.
Yeah. It's on a plaque in Vince's office with a little engraved picture of Andre the Giant.
I was gonna have an inductee for the Superfly Award, but it's in really poor taste, so you can figure out at home what I was gonna say.
That is in horribly poor taste. Moving along. What else we got? We should probably mention this real quick since you did bring it up earlier. We have a new United Kingdom champion after a two-day tournament this past weekend. 19-year-old Tyler Bate defeated his the youngest champion in WWE history, I might add. Defeated his former teacher Peter Dunne with the Tyler Driver 97 to become the first ever United Kingdom champion. Triple H, William Regal, Fit Finlay, and Finn Balor presented him with the title.
Yep.
If you have not seen the tournament, I would definitely recommend seeing it. It is some damn good wrestling.
All right.
Also, day one has the best chant I think I've ever heard in WWE, at least the funniest, where there was a dude, which guy was it? The muscle cat. Shit, I forgot his name. Doesn't matter. But he looks like Jesus. And the UK crowd, God bless every one of them, broke out into a "Let's go Jesus, Jesus sucks" chant. It was fucking phenomenal. Like, I was like, no, they're not doing that. Oh my God, they're doing it. That is wonderful.
Wow.
And then at one point they were doing the like, hey Jesus, won't you be my God? And I'm like, this is the best crowd ever.
What?
It was wonderful.
Wow.
Alrighty then.
It was awesome. And I want to put this on record because I told Wife played this several times. I would pay $19.99 for a lifetime subscription from WWE to every video game console that like the game comes out if I can get DLC, lifetime DLC of the "Let's go Jesus, Jesus sucks" chant just randomly playing at any point, or if I could name my guy Jesus and get that chant, fucking $20 just I would do it. I'd do it. That'd be amazing. So inappropriate, so awesome, so great.
Or the singing chant.
I would prefer "Let's go Jesus, Jesus sucks" because just the idea of that being a chant is wonderful. Because even if you don't even know what's involved, I'm going to see people being really offended by that, and that makes it just all the sweeter.
That's awesome.
Even more interesting if that guy. I mean, I don't know what weight class. If that was like, he like a big dude.
No, not especially. In all honesty, the tallest dude in that tournament was 6'1", and I think he was like 215. Like they were all. Well, I guess no. There was some heavier guys, but they were all none of them were like Kane sized. I'll put it that way.
Well, I didn't think so, but fair enough. Because I'm just wondering if that dude loses a little bit of weight. Let's get him on 205 Live. Let's have Jesus compete in a match with that chant against Arya Davari by way of Iran.
Yes. But yeah, good tournament. Great exposure to Pete Dunne. If you have not seen him before, he's really good. He's a good heel. I don't remember if he did any of his biting stuff, which is great. But he's really good, and it was a very good tournament. Some great wrestling, I will say.
All right then, WWE
You watch-
Network, check it
yeah.
out.
And you get your Finn Balor fix since he's injured.
Yes. And just before the end of the tournament, you also get your Neville fix, which I don't get points for,
Yeah.
but that's still cool.
I mean, come on! I saw he was like fucking walking around just fine. I'm like, okay, how injured are you if you're just doing shit? I'm like, wait, what?
Well, if he was still showing signs, I don't think he'd be coming back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he supposed to be coming back soon?
Wasn't his time up really quick or soon?
As of this month was the
Supposedly.
earliest estimated,
Yeah.
the early side of the time frame of his potential return.
So he'll probably be back pretty soon because he looked fine from what I saw.
I've been saying since he went out that he's going to come back in the Rumble, based
Yeah.
on the time
He
frame.
probably will, yeah. Like I said, I didn't see a lot of. I saw like some of the preliminary stuff, like some of the commercials and stuff for it,
Yeah.
and Balor looked fine.
Well, we have to remember, it wasn't like it was like a crippling injury.
Yeah.
Because the only thing Rollins fucked up was his arm, wasn't it?
Yeah, his shoulder, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was pretty fucked up because it popped out of his socket and he popped it back in to finish the match. But he was like in
Yep.
tremendous pain.
Yeah, but still, wrestlers have wrestled through worse.
True.
Yeah,
Now,
it's one that will
Triple H not
require.
only finished a match, but hit a pedigree with a torn quad.
Ugh. Yeah, Vince barked orders after tearing his.
Yeah, he had 2 torn quads, and he still sat there barking orders in the middle of the ring.
Ugh.
Steve Austin hit a stunner and pinned Owen Hart with a broken neck.
You gotta say it right. Broken freaking neck.
No, he's not Kurt Angle.
Yep. And when Vince tore both quads, Kevin Nash was sitting at home watching and saying, "And they said I was bad."
Yep.
Kevin Nash has he's got like a Vince figure, and he's like put pins in the back, and he's like,
Yep.
That would be awesome.
Let's move on to the final news article of the evening,
Mm-hmm.
because this is apparently news.
Okay.
Because we didn't already. Apparently, the news this week that we didn't already know. Randy Orton is a dick.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, though, are you going with? Okay, you go ahead and report, and then we'll.
Okay. So apparently, Randy Orton got in an altercation with a fan at a gym in Jonesboro, Arkansas. NEAReport.com reporting that Randy Orton was working out at the Trim Gym. That's the name of the gym. I'm not making that up. The Trim Gym in Jonesboro when he was approached by some fans who asked to take a photo with him. Orton apparently indicated he was in the middle of his workout, and a fan decided to snap a picture of him anyway. Whether that was a selfie, I don't know, just they took a picture. This set Randy Orton off, and he apparently started screaming at them. The fan involved in the alleged incident spoke with the website and said, he saw me snap the picture and came up to me and got in my face and said, what the fuck are you doing? I said, no goddamn pictures. Are you fucking stupid? Martin said, I said, no, you said you couldn't hear me. After the story became news in the local Jonesboro area, as well as in the usual online outlets, Orton acknowledged it and reacted via social media, stating on Twitter, apparently I hurt a fan's feelings when I told him to fuck off at the gym yesterday. That's news, been happening for 15 years. Hashtag get a life. In an additional tweet, Orton added, I paid to train. In between every set, I can't take pics. He needs to suck it the fuck up and go to the gym to train, not be a fanboy.
Okay then.
So if you're in your local gym and you see Randy Orton, do not go up to him.
I don't know if it's him or some other person, but I know some people have said like, it's like, oh, it's fine as long as I'm done with my workout. You can do it. Just don't interrupt in the middle. That's fucking rude.
Mm.
So, to be fair, as much as Orton is known to be a dick, I'm kind of on his side in this instance. It seems like this guy was just kind of an asshole. It's like, that's great.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just wait till he's done. He's in the middle of working out. Hey, can I take a picture? He's like, the fuck you do?
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna take pics, take stealth pics.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
and then
I agree with Orton.
No, you want to take stealth pics because Orton's a Viper. Vipers see all, and if he's just taking stealth pics, he might not come up and harass you about it, but he's probably going to go in the locker room and take a shit in your bag.
Yes. I remember someone was saying that guy later was like, well, I'm not that big of a Randy Orton fan anyway. And it's like, you must be if you tried to sneak a fucking picture with them.
Clearly.
I mean, like, if I saw a wrestler that, I recognized, I was like, oh, I'm not that big of a fan. I'm not going to be like, can I take a picture? I'm going to be like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, I'm not going to sign this. I don't like you that much.
Yeah, it's like you're not going to necessarily do that if it's somebody that you don't like.
Yeah.
It's like it's just as certain people are. It's like if I walk out and say like, oh, there's Cedric Alexander, I'm probably not going to run up and start asking for an autograph and begging for a picture like he's fucking Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Poor Cedric Alexander. We'll get to him later.
Did you watch that clip of Alicia Fox's acting yet?
I saw some of her reenacting on Monday Night Raw.
Oh man.
We'll get to that too.
That shit was bad.
Yeah. Anyway, that is the news. So let us go on to the other stuff. I should probably open the Excel document. That would help.
You should have had that open to begin
Live, people.
You are not prepared.
Be prepared. There's our copyright infringement for the week. Okay.
Yes.
So let's go over here. Take a look at the scores. Let me fire up the screen share. All right. All right. Is it working?
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
So as you can see, currently, Team Hug Life has been knocked out of first place as of last week when KO Show, off of both a U.S. title win and a SmackDown Tag Title retention, shot up to 41-56.
That ain't gonna last.
Overtaking the 40-45 of Team Hug Life, as Certified Lunatic still trails behind at 29-10.
That ain't gonna last because Team Hug Life over there out of title retention this week.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, I know you did.
No, I know I had a title retention. I'm not sure that's enough points.
No, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Especially considering said title retention was off a DQ. But we'll get there.
No, he had a straight up title retention.
Oh, the
Were there
SmackDown
DQs?
one. I was thinking of the wrong one.
Oh,
My bad.
I was thinking of the SmackDown one too. I was like, I don't think there's DQ in those.
You retained the SmackDown Women's title. Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Raw tag titles because he has one half of that team who retained the tag titles.
Yeah, I have the other half. That's why it kind of that evens out.
Fair enough. Let's go to last week's leaderboards. Rich Swann, the Cruiserweight Champion, still holding strong in first place at 484. Roman Reigns coming in at 420, second place. 406 for Kevin Owens in third. AJ Styles, the world champion, at fourth at 353. The Miz, former Intercontinental Champion, at 318, followed by Chris Jericho, the new U.S. Champion, at 316.
Drink it in, man.
Pretty much. Charlotte, the Raw Women's Champion, at 302. Chad Gable, one half the SmackDown Tag Champs, at 291. Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion, at 272. And running on the top 10 is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, at 255.
She's about to get boosted.
Mm-hmm.
Main event, title retention, specialty match. Yeah, she's about to get a bucket load of points.
She is. Let me just see one thing, because I don't think they appeared this week on the show. No, there was not an appearance this week on the show. Okay, then. So in that case, I'll mention it here just for the hell of it, because there's one other thing that's kind of news. I was going to mention it if he appeared on SmackDown, but he didn't, so I'll just throw it out there just for everybody to keep in mind if you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see it, if you are in support, you can go to Twitter and you can help him out. There's still time. It's a week away. So what you need to do is you need to go on to Twitter and you need to send out a tweet and you need to use the hashtag Ellsworth Rumble. And you too can help James Ellsworth get a spot in the Royal Rumble.
Surprised he doesn't automatically have one.
Yeah. We shall see. So anyway, let's go to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw emanating from the Verizon Center in Little Rock, Arkansas this week.
Yep.
Let me reorganize the list back into alphabetical order real quick.
You do that.
There we go. Okay. So, Monday Night Raw opened with Roman Reigns. It should be noted the shark cage is located on the stage for the duration of this program. And Reigns gets to the ring and begins talking about how no one can beat him in a fair fight right now. But before he gets any further, he is interrupted by Paul Heyman, who announces that his client, Brock Lesnar, I can't do Heyman, is at Raw for the first time since Survivor Series, and Goldberg is not here tonight. Heyman is then interrupted by Jericho, who are in turn interrupted by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins takes an opportunity to warn and remind everyone that anything can happen in the main event of WrestleMania.
This is true.
He's living proof. Yes, do we remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Moving along. Rollins is then interrupted by Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
And Braun Strowman gets in the ring and begins getting in Roman Reigns' face as they stare each other down, when they're all interrupted by Brock Lesnar. There we go.
Down.
Pretty much.
Down.
So Lesnar walks down and stands on the ramp and stares down everybody in the ring like they're lunch. But then I'm assuming from the crowd, I don't know, Sami Zayn comes the blue fuck out of nowhere and jumps Braun Strowman off the top rope from behind. And starts attacking Braun Strowman. This is the signal for all hell to break loose.
Of course it is.
As Brock Lesnar then immediately slides in the ring and takes Roman Reigns to Suplex City. Braun Strowman manages to get Sami Zayn off, but falls out of the ring. And so Lesnar and Zayn stare each other down, and Zayn gets taken to Suplex City. Braun Strowman then climbs up in the apron, and he and Brock stare each other down, but Strowman thinks better of this and steps back down. However, as Lesnar is watching Strowman walk away, he turns around and eats a Superman punch. Reigns then clears all the other superstars out of the ring as they exchange more moves, and then he turns around into an F5. Leaving Lesnar standing triumphant at the end of this opening promo. So promo points to all those people. And some finisher points.
Except for Brock.
Yeah, Brock. Brock gets appearance points.
Paul Heyman gets promo points.
Yes. Okay.
Brock gets I just whipped your ass points.
Pretty much. So let's go in order down the ring. Roman Reigns. Go in order.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Roman Reigns gets 8 promo points and a Superman punch point. So that's 9 points to Roman Reigns.
Doesn't everybody also get out of match assault points? Since it was a good old fashioned beatdown.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Isn't that why we
then.
created those points in the first place?
I thought it was more for the backstage ones.
Yeah, it was more for if there's this thing where, we see people fighting in the back where there's not a promo involved and we wanted to give them points, but it still applies. I'll go with it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a long show. So 433 to Roman Reigns. He was then interrupted by Paul Heyman. Paul Russ.
Speaking of someone who should be retired.
24. Hell no. And what else we got? He was interrupted by Jericho.
Give you the gift of Jericho.
What's KO at 412? Jericho. At 324. Chris Axel has 5 points. Sorry. And let's see here. So then they were interrupted by Seth Rollins. Him at 259. Oh wait, we're doing the extra 4, aren't we? Shit. All right. 63.
Except for Paul Heyman, obviously.
Oh yeah, running back Kevin Owens gets another 4, which is 16, and Jericho 8. Okay.
Sami Zayn.
Yep, Sami Zayn 8 and 4. I know he didn't promo; he just showed up in attack, so he just gets 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then Braun Strowman, who just stared down Roman Reigns and didn't really do anything, so he'll get 4.
Okay.
At 8. Oh.
Wake up.
Mm.
You're the host. Wake up.
Mm.
And then points to Brock Lesnar.
Mm.
Brock.
Brock Lesnar. That's a 4 for showing up. 2 for the suplexes and 1 for the F5 is 7.
Okay.
All right. Oh, there we go. So this cluster is it's noted when we return that somewhere along the way Stephanie and Mick organized this cluster into a tag team match playa for this evening's main event, which will see Jericho teaming with Braun Strowman to take on Rollins, Reigns, and Sami Zayn in tonight's main event.
This is true.
It's damn true.
Is it wrong I wanted it to be a 3-way tag match with the third team being Brock Lesnar?
Yeah,
Yes.
that would have been funny. So next up, we have a tag team match playa.
It would have been even funnier if Brock was like, I could probably take them all myself, but I saw fit to find myself a tag team partner, and then Goldberg comes out and they just completely bury everyone that's there. That would have been funny.
No,
Why not?
just no.
What, Brock and Goldberg teaming? You don't want to see that?
Mm. Not really.
I think it would have been funny. Anyway,
Team
moving on.
squash.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Team Triple H.
I'm gonna say if they're gonna bear the whole roster. Brock should call Triple H out to team with him.
Yes.
There you go.
And then Brock doesn't do anything.
Yes.
Well, he wouldn't need to.
He gets in the ring, stares at everyone, turns around, tags in Triple H, and then just pedigrees everyone. double pedigrees. I don't even know how that works. He just does it.
What's easy? You pen one dude out of the position, then pen another dude on top of that dude, so you have two dudes' heads between your knees, and then you pedigree them.
I'm pretty sure that sounds like something from the Kama Sutra.
It probably is, but it's also
you bend
it's
another
also a
guy
wrestling
over
move.
him and put your both their heads between your legs.
Off the top rope.
Yeah, Sisters of Submission, it is.
Yes.
Right? That was sorority sisters. Not sorority. That was the submission sorority.
Which I still think is an awesome name for a tag team.
It's also a great name for a porn site, so it's not going to happen. Or for a porn series, anyway. But
Fucking porn series.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to buy you something else for your birthday then.
you are.
It's gonna get him.
You know, credit. WWE knows their audience. The night that happened, there. I think what was the report that the porn site had like a 42% spike in subscriptions that night.
Yeah. That costs more than $9.99, I bet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've heard from research and my Discover bill that it's $13.99 a month.
Uh-huh.
Camera just slowly pans to the right, and White Blade just staring at him.
With the look.
She's the Rock.
Yes. I'm not gonna tell her no. She's scary.
Oh, I'm sure. So anywho, we're gonna have Enzo and Cass versus Jinder and Rusev.
Welcome back, Enzo.
Because that's a match people wanted to see. Yeah, Enzo is no longer in a wheelchair. He is now clear to compete.
And promptly gets his back smashed into a turnbuckle.
Yeah. Yep, so he also gets locked into a bear hug.
Mm-hmm.
He manages to get free with the DDT tags in Cass, and Cass cleans house and hits a series of moves on Jinder Mahal over there. And then as Enzo manages to knock Rusev outside, they go with the bada boom shakalaka for the win.
I'm surprised they didn't have Rusev just slap the accolade on Enzo just to add insult to injury. Just like, there goes your back, buddy.
No, he's been injured for too many weeks. They need to justify his in-ring return.
Uh-huh.
So, we're going to go, let's see. Tavari is going to get 5. Thank you for showing up points.
Mahal?
Wait. Did I just say Tavari? I meant Mahal.
You did say
You
Jinder.
racist bastard.
Give me credit, they both had the same gimmick for a long time. Mahal had that same stupid gimmick.
They're not even the same race, you motherfucker.
But the gimmick was the same.
If there's anybody from ISIS watching, I don't know that guy. He lives in New York.
They didn't have the same gimmick. One of them was like a terrorist wannabe, and the other one was one of the boxers that Little Mac fights.
Ah.
Yes,
Okay,
he was. Oh.
Fair enough.
That's true. All you need to do is put the gem on his turban and he'd be perfect.
Ore?
Yeah, but they booked him as I'm the evil foreign dude.
Yes, they did. I just wanted to bring up Punch Out because he totally looked like him when he was like just for a 3-man band.
Yep.
He still wears the turban. That's his look.
Yeah.
Although, as we'll see come 205 Live, Arya Daivari makes better use of his headgear. But let's continue with the program. So Jinder Mahal gets points for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to get 5 points, which is going to put him at 71. And then Rusev gets 5 showing up points, and he hit a move, so 6 points Rusev. Excuse me. He's going to put him at 140. And I'm going to take a wild guess that Lana was at ringside, so I'm going to give her accompaniment points.
Yep, his hot wife was there. His hot Russian wife was there.
She's in California.
I didn't realize she used to date the
No,
old
she's
Old
not.
Spice dude.
No, she's
Nah.
not. Get your facts straight. She's from Florida.
That's like the same thing.
No, it's not. Florida
Statist.
is by degrees crazier, stupider, and more insane. Fact.
Yeah.
And Jim knows this. 'Cause he knows
America's
from where I
wang.
pulled those facts.
Fair enough.
Florida,
What's that, John?
that's America's Wang.
Pretty much. They act like it.
It is. Well, right now, Shiv and Rusev are living in Nashville, but yeah, she is from Florida. You are correct. My apologies. Anywho, so she gets those points, and then we're gonna go with let's see. Enzo got the finish, so we'll go with Cass first. So Cass gets 15 points being on the winning team, 5 for competing is 20, and 2 moves is 22 points to Big Cass.
Yeah.
Puts him at 179. And then Enzo gets 25 for winning and competing, and he hit the one with the boom shakalaka, so 26 points, Enzo. And 57, and then another 6 is 163. All right. Moving along.
And I put to you, Lana being from Florida is the reason she can pull off crazy bitch so well.
And here's the reason why I got mixed up, because the very next match is Arya Daivari. I looked at the wrong match. Arya Daivari faces Lince Dorado.
With the gentleman Jack Gallagher on commentary.
Indeed. Oh, did you actually watch Raw this week?
I watch it every week now. You know this.
Um,
And SmackDown.
Okay, then. Anyway, so yeah, Austin Aries and Jack Gallagher are on commentary. Sorry, Gentleman Jack Gallagher are on commentary for this.
Mm-hmm.
So Daivari controls the match for a few minutes until he gets distracted talking crap to Gallagher. And he manages to, Lince makes a comeback. Daivari manages to dodge a crossbody. And then applies the Cobra Clutch to Dorado for the win.
Fuck you, Daivari. Let me get some points, damn it.
So Lince Dorado gets 5. Thank you for showing up points.
Hmm. That sucks.
It does. That's how the cookie crumbles, though. 43. And Arya Daivari is going to get himself 25 for the match and competing, and he had 4 in move points, so 29 points, Arya Daivari. 78. Let's see, 78, and then another. What did I say? 78, and then another 9 would be 87, so 187. Okay.
And Jack Gallagher gets commentary points.
He does. We'll throw him. What's commentary? 5? I think so.
Sounds about right.
All right, we'll go with it. So, moving along.
Did he not cut a promo on Davari too at ringside there?
I don't know, did he? He may have.
Trying to remember because I want to say he actually got up and picked up a microphone and started talking to him after the match.
Hmm.
I can't remember if they did or not because I know they were hyping up the basically the I Quit match, the I Forfeit match.
Yeah, it's an I forfeit match.
I'm trying to remember if Gallagher actually said anything to Davari because I want to say he did, but I don't remember.
Hmm.
Oh well.
I have Gallagher and I say, fuck it, I'm not winning anyway.
Fair enough.
Moving along, it's time for a tag team title match play
Mm-hmm.
in which Sheamus and Cesaro defended against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson of the Club.
Versus Festus and Mr. Hot Asian Wife.
Yeah.
Let's face it, they're not the Bullet Club. They're not even close. Just no, WWE's bastardized them.
Wait for Finn to come back.
We'll see about that.
Or if they magically sign Omega.
Yeah, that won't happen.
Either it's gonna happen or he's trolling people.
Yeah.
Supposedly like, oh, I'm interested in coming. It's like, you're probably not, but I appreciate that you're going all kayfabe on this.
Yeah.
New kayfabe.
New kayfabe. So the tag titles are on the line. The guys go back and forth, exchanging moves. Pretty standard matchup between these 4 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to a point where Cesaro applies a swing and then a sharpshooter on Anderson, and Gallows breaks it up with a boot to the face. And Sheamus then jumps in, and craziness breaks out. And somewhere in the craziness, Sheamus accidentally punches the referee in the face. And the ref goes down. So Sheamus gets knocked out of the ring, and then Cesaro eats a magic killer, but there's no one to count the pinfall until another referee runs down and counts the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. New tag team champions, the Club. Or are they? Because the first referee immediately gets up and starts waving his arms and go, no, fuck that. Sheamus hit me in the head. His ass is disqualified. And the decision is reversed. The tag champions are disqualified, and therefore Club still wins, but titles stay with Sheamus and Cesaro. The Club is incredibly frustrated by this, and so they pick Sheamus up and hit him with a magic killer and then leave in a huff.
I'm surprised they didn't pick up John Cone and hit him with a magic killer.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you, ref. Well, I would have done.
You can't assault referees. That's not right.
Hey, it's already been assaulted once. Another one's not going to do anything.
Yeah, but that was accidental. That doesn't count. It's like back in the old days. Because anytime that happens, the audio clip that pops into my head is Paul Heyman. No, not Paul Heyman. Was it Heyman? It's either Heyman or Taz.
Okay.
One of the two. But that voice clip always from back during the invasion always pops up into my head. Oh, that's another typical WWF strategy. Let's beat up referees.
That sounds like something Heyman would say.
Yeah, I feel like it was Heyman. He came in my first like, that's another strategy. Let's beat up officials. You know,
because let's not forget Taz was the ECW FTW champion. I don't think he'd say something like that.
True.
I think he'd condone it. He'd be like, do it more. Hit him again, harder.
Yeah, but not when it's favoring the people that he's against.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, so let's see here. So this is a DQ ending. So Gallows and Anderson thank you for showing up points.
And match victory points, right?
No, they didn't win.
Oh,
They
they
didn't
won the
win. Yeah,
match.
because the DQ win. Yeah, technically they did.
And it was an unintentional DQ, so therefore they would get points, would they not?
Yeah, it's like half or something.
Let's see. No, an unintentional DQ win, you get no points.
Mm.
No, okay.
If you win intentionally by DQ, like Eddie Guerrero shit, you get points.
Oh, okay.
So they don't get that, but they will get competition points, and they will get their move points.
All right.
So we'll start off with, let's see here. Luke Gallows has 3, and his 5 is 8 points to Gallows and 7 points to Anderson. Luke Gallows at an even 140, and Carl Anderson has 7 points, which puts him at an even 160. Meanwhile, back during the match, the other 2 gentlemen were the losers. So
But
they get
title retention points.
competition points, but also title retention points. That's 20 a pop for competing and retention. And then move-wise, Sheamus had no moves, so he just gets 20 points.
Okay.
Puts him at 251. And Cesaro was going crazy. Cesaro had 5 moves.
Of Doom.
That
So
feels really fucked up that they get so many more points when they're the ones that lost.
So Cesaro gets 20. Well, they retained the titles. Cesaro
I
gets
know.
25 points. Combined with the existing 9 they already had is 234 for Sheamus. All right.
I mean, for Cesaro.
Cesaro. Wrong guy. I gave the points to the right guy, but I said the wrong name.
Mm.
Anyway, moving along.
Yeah.
We see a video package in tribute to the late Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Mhm.
And we then cut to the back where Sami Zayn attempts to work out a game plan with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for their main event match tonight.
That was actually a pretty funny bit. I have to give him credit.
It was. So promo points to those guys.
All around. Yep. What it do?
Roman Reigns, 441. Seth Rollins, 71. And who did I forget?
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Yes, I skipped him accidentally when I went to Seth. Okay, 8-4 is 154. Okay. That's the wrong thing. All right, next we cut to the ring for a cruiserweight match player
Mm-hmm.
of Rich Swann versus Tony Nese.
Yep.
Which immediately ends in a no contest as Neville comes the hell out of nowhere and beats the shit out of Rich Swann.
Would that even be considered a no contest if the match didn't even start?
And it's not. It's not even a match. I just did with the recap of rope, but that's not what it actually is. So Neville beat up Rich Swann, and then Tony Nese tried to get in on it, and then Neville got pissed off and said, "No, he's mine."
And I think Neville beat up Tony Nese.
Yeah, and I think he super kicked Tony Nese in the face before leaving. And Neville then cut a promo on Rich Swann backstage saying he's going to break Swann's unbreakable spirit.
Yeah, Neville actually cut a pretty damn good promo. I was like, wow.
He did. And now you got to watch out, Rich Swann, because now Neville's even more pissed off, because not only was he ignored and left out of the Cruiserweight tournament, now he was ignored and left out of the UK tournament.
Yeah.
It was like all of his things.
It was. And he said that too. He showed up right before the finals of the UK tournament to bitch and moan that he wasn't in said tournament. But then he understood why, because there needed to be competition, and he would have just beat everybody if he was there, and it wouldn't have been fair. And then he beat the hell out of some dude. Tommy End. He beat up Tommy End.
Tommy End.
Did Finn Balor come out and stop him?
No.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Go ahead, John.
Balor. No, just one of the people in the UK tournament was Finn Balor's protege. Who at one part it's like he's like, I don't want to be compared to him, yet he cut his hair like him and he had the leather jacket and shit. And somebody called him Twin Balor, and I'm like, that's a great name.
Yes, that needs to be like their tag team name. You can look, but you can't touch.
Just a second, I'm gonna go download them.
Yes.
Yes.
Download that dude and give him the Bella's entrance.
Yes.
So I wish it was really right if he was still in the company, because then we could have had Damon Finn Balor now. Anyway, so yeah, that was just an out-of-match assault by Neville and a little bit Tony Nese. So Rich Swann is just going to get 5. I got my ass kicked points.
Actually,
Not even. He didn't do anything. He gets no points. Fuck you, Rich Swann.
He gets showing up points.
But the match never started, so he doesn't even get that.
No, he gets showing up
He gets
points.
appearance points.
Yeah.
All right.
He was there.
Yeah.
Are you just going to not give him any points for being there? Come on.
I mean, he just retconned his appearance.
Well, I guess this was
I think,
Jim's requisite invalidation of Richter Hammer, huh?
There you go.
in all fairness, I think Neville did that for me.
Well, I'm not inviting him to my UK Cruiserweight tournament. Jeez.
Oh, burn.
I'm saying, yeah, if Sandow was still employed by WWE, I think if he was going to do anyone, I would say he needs to be Damien Nese. Because I'm sorry, every time I see Tony Nese, all I can think is like Svelte Sandow. Tell me you don't see that in the face and like the facial hair and the haircut and stuff, the hairdo.
I still wonder why the king in the World of Warcraft movie looks so much like him.
Still wondering why they made a World of Warcraft movie.
I get that. I just, yeah.
Because it made like no money. It was a complete waste of their time.
Yeah.
They should have made it animated. Blizzard needs to make animated movies, but that's for another show.
Indeed. Moving along. So Neville's going to get some out-of-match assault points.
Yeah, he probably has a couple of signature moves in there, doesn't he?
Not that I have an indication of in this recap.
Oh, okay. Like his super kick and stuff isn't signature?
I don't know. You want to check it? Go ahead.
I don't remember what he all did in the thing, but that's fine.
The super kick is the only thing blatantly indicated. So just check the super kick.
Sure.
We're doing that. Tony Nese gets 4 assault points.
Super kick, super kick, super kicky.
6.
There he is. Under his full name. Let's see.
Trillion Goldow.
There you go. He has multiple kick variations as signature, so yeah, he has a super kick as a signature.
Fair enough. Then Neville's gonna get 4 for the assault, 1 for the kick is 5, and 8 for the promo is 13.
Fair enough.
13 points to Neville.
Really? He has a move that he calls. Wow, that's
What does
hilarious.
he call it?
He calls his standing corkscrew, basically shooting star. He calls it British Airways.
Sure, why not?
Okay, Neville.
All right, moving along.
Okay, that's funny.
What's so damn funny?
As Jungle Pac or Pac, he had an imploding 450 splash. He called it the Flaming Star Press.
Oh my.
Right then.
Yeah, oh my, indeed.
Anyway, so Neville cuts that promo, and Then we are joined by the New Day. New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
I feel so bad for them being placed into a fucking feud with Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, well. Anyway, they come out and they discuss the 30-man Royal Rumble match, pointing out that all three of them are in the Royal Rumble match, but it's a match that's every man for himself. But with all three in the match, that's good, because if one of them wins the Royal Rumble, they all win the Royal Rumble.
So they're
Which means
taking
they
the
all
Jericho.
go on to the main event of WrestleMania, where they all become your WWE Universal Champion.
So they're taking the Jericho line of thinking.
Pretty much. Unfortunately, they are interrupted by Titus,
Unfortunately.
who informs them that they have 3 slots and they need to give him one of their slots. And that he will fight someone for it, and Big E takes him up on this offer.
And promptly kicks his ass.
Basically. So let's start off with promo points to everybody. $49 for Titus, and Xavier's down here. He goes up to 206. And Kofi is up to 217. And Big E is up to 250 even. Okay. And then Titus competed in the match. He gets 5 for competing, and 2 for moves is 7 points to Titus.
Mm-hmm.
Puts him at 56. And then Big E gets 20 points for winning a match. 5 for competing in is 25, and 3 moves is 28 points to Big E. Puts him at 278. All right. So following this, Charlotte comes out to the ring and proceeds to cut a promo on Bayley. And she does so by showing old poems that Bayley wrote about wanting to be a wrestler, and pictures of her meeting wrestlers when she was a kid, and how much of a silly fangirl she is, and how immature, and blah blah blah. Calling her just another average fan like all these people in the audience, and that's why you support her, because you see yourselves in her, just average. Bayley comes out to the ring, and Charlotte retreats out of the ring to the ramp.
And then Bayley cuts a damned good promo.
They exchange barbs, and Bayley cuts a promo back on her. And impromptu writes a new poem about how she's going to take the women's title.
Impromptu.
And cuts a great promo, and then sets off the wacky inflatable arm flailing tube men around Charlotte as she's standing on the ramp.
Yeah, that was a damned good promo by Bayley. Like, holy shit. It's like, okay, we already know she can wrestle, but goddamn. Like, it's one of those promos that blurs the lines between kayfabe and not real and not kayfabe. It's because she put passion behind it, and that's what made it really good. And because it's one of those that felt like it came from the heart, and it's just like, damn, that was a good promo. You're definitely like women's champion material. There's like, yes, you've proven yourself with that one promo.
Indeed. And give props to Charlotte where it's due for getting Bayley over with the
absolutely,
the photo and palm segment.
That was a great segment too. Yeah, Charlotte's a great heel. Absolutely.
So promo points to both of those.
And I think their pedigrees makes for a great rivalry because you have Charlotte, who daughter of Ric Flair, and you have Bayley, who's come up from being, she said, a huge WWE fan and a fan of all these wrestlers, wanting nothing more than to be a wrestler and to be, women's champion, and here she is. It's a great. There's a great dichotomy in their stories here that makes for a great rivalry, a great feud.
There is.
And for once, WWE is using it right. They're doing this right. This feud so far, and they're just, it's really good. I'm really enjoying this feud.
Fair enough.
Now we'll see if WWE fucks it up because it's WWE.
So that was 8 points each to Charlotte and Bayley, which I awarded.
Yes.
And then we move on to our next match, which is a cruiserweight match, playa.
Another one.
And it was Cedric Alexander versus the Brian Kendrick. Austin Aries joins us on commentary for this match.
And all points to me. Except for the Alicia Fox points, of course. Well, I have both Cedric Alexander and Brian Kendrick.
Fair enough.
So no matter who loses, I win.
Basically.
And Cedric Alexander wins, so hey.
He does. Cedric throws Kendrick outside and hits a springboard moonsault on him to get early control. They trade chops in the ring, elbow to the face. Cedric comes back with an elbow of his own and a kick to the head. Does some slashy moves. Kendrick applies a captain's hook off of a countered suplex. Alicia Fox runs out to the ring and tries to help Cedric reach the ropes. Which he does, but Cedric gets distracted by that, and Kendrick drop kicks him from behind, and then throws him back in the ring and puts him in the captain's hook again. But Cedric manages to avoid getting put into it and hits a lumbar check for the win. Alicia tries to hug Cedric after the match, but he declines.
Actually, John, did you see any of this?
No.
It made me laugh so hard. Probably harder than I should have. But she's like, he's all like, yeah, I won, and turns around. I was like, what the hell are you doing out here? And she's like, I came out to help you, baby. And, like Jim said, tried to hug him. And he looks at her, and this smile creeps over his face. And he moves like he's going to, hug her. And then he does this, somersault maneuver and just, rolls under her arms and just slides out of the ring. I was like, oh, damn. Wow. And Alicia Fox was like, what? And he's like, and Cedric just walks up like, yep. And just, that kind of swagger walk up the ramp.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't fucking need you, baby. I was like, damn, dude. But yeah, it was a smooth move. He was just like, and just out the ring. I was like, wait, what just happened?
Yep. So anyway, Kendrick gets 5 points for competing and 1 for the captain's hook that he successfully applied. So 6 points, Kendrick.
Yay.
Puts him at 195. And we're going to have 25 points to Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
Plus he had 5 points in moves. So 30 points, Cedric Alexander.
Dang.
Puts him at 175.
And points to Alicia Fox for interfering.
Yeah, and accompaniment.
No, she didn't come out with him.
Oh, okay, then interference points. That's puts her at 111. All right.
And points to Noam Dar for showing up because he was backstage watching.
Yes. Okay, so 3 points to Noam Dar.
Hello, Stash.
Hi.
All the things.
Yeah. I can't believe you didn't remember Noam Dar was back there. You have Noam Dar.
Yeah. There we go.
And interestingly enough, he was smiling when Alicia Fox was helping Cedric Alexander, so I don't know what's up there.
Wait till 205 Live.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, yes, Noam Dar gets 3 points for showing up.
Yes.
Put you at 155.
And then promo points to Alicia Fox for the post-match stuff in the back.
Yeah.
Where they brought back schizophrenic, insane Alicia Fox.
She went away?
Yeah, when she came back, she wasn't schizo, insane bitch.
I wouldn't know. This is the first time they've handed her a mic in 2 years.
No, they gave her a mic when she came back, when she had that kind of pseudo feud with Nia Jax.
Yeah, a little bit.
And she was kind of normal during that, but now, yeah, she's back at being schizo. Fuck off, bitch. Yeah. Psycho crazy bitch syndrome. Anyway, but yeah, she had a promo after that because somebody tried to interview her and then she like went off on them.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yep. Craziness.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Crazy. Crave those crazy squares.
Yeah, did you give her the points?
I did give her the points. After that, we have a video package for Kurt Angle,
Woo!
Yeah.
announcing him as the Hall of Fame inductee, followed by some "You Suck" chants.
Mhm.
And lastly but not leastly, we have our main event, the 6-man tag team match playa.
Indeed.
Indeed, featuring Braun Strowman and Jericho versus Roman, Seth, and Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
They all beat each other up. Rollins and Zayn did most of the work, trying to take down Strowman. Match ended when Strowman power slammed Sami Zayn. And then after the match, they all hit each other with chairs, and Roman got powerbombed through a table.
Yeah, I'll admit this was the one match I didn't see. I kind of fell asleep during the main event. So the heels won then.
The heels did win. Braun Strowman won off a power slam to Sami Zayn.
Woo! All points to me, or most points to me. Yay!
Yeah.
Because I have the entirety of the
But
heel
then Reigns
team.
and Rollins lay Strowman out with a chair and a spear. Then they start preparing the announce table, but Jericho and Owens laid them out. Rollins manages to pedigree Jericho, but Owens lays both Rollins and Reigns out with a chair, and then powerbombs Reigns through the table.
So I even get OMG points. Yay!
Yep.
Sweet.
So let's see what we got here.
About to rack up the points here.
Yep. All right, so Sami Zayn gets competition points and 2 move points, so 7 points to Sami Zayn.
Yay!
Let's see. Yeah, Sami Zayn didn't use the chair at any point. Okay.
Alrighty then.
All right. So, and as I was just saying, Sami Zayn 5 and 2 is 7 points to Sami.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and 3 for being in the main event, by the way. So
Yes, that is true too.
10 points to Sami Zayn.
Sammy.
Anyway. Next up, we got Rollins and Reigns. Rollins had 6 points for moves, 3 for the chair use, is 9, 3 for the main event, is 12, and 5 for competing is 17 points. Seth Rollins.
Hey, you got 17 points out of the match.
I did.
You should be happy.
Yeah, that would be 81 to 88. Roman Reigns had 2 moves. And so that would give him 5 for competing. And then 3 and 2 is 10 points Roman Reigns.
Main event points.
Well, I gave him that already.
Okay.
It was 5, 3, and 2.
Okay.
Learn math. And then, all right. So on the face side of things,
The
oh,
heel side.
that reminds me, Roman Reigns gets 3 more points for the chair use. By the way,
There we go.
on the other side of things, we get Jericho and Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Who Jericho hit no moves, so he'll just get 15 for being on the winning team, and 4 for being in the main event. Or is it, no, 3 for being in the main event. So 5, 3 is 8.
Competition points.
No, wait, what am I doing? 15 and 5 is 20, and 3 is 23. Yeah. And then did he use the chair, or was that just Owens? No, it was just Owens with the chair. Okay, so yeah, the Jericho just gets what I said then. So it's 20 for the winning in competition, and he had, how many moves did I say? No moves, so just 3 for the main event. So that's 23 points Jericho.
All right.
Is 48, 53, 51. And Kevin Owens gets 15 and 5 is 20. 1 for a move is 21. 3 for the main event is 24. And a chair shot is 27 points KO.
And OMG points for through the table.
32 points then KO.
And would that not be also a signature move of his, or is that the move you counted, the power bomb?
And 42. That'd be 42 and 6 is 48. So 449. No, it's not. I'll count it.
Okay.
So 449.
All right. And then the big man, or the young up-and-comer.
Braun Strowman gets himself, let's see, 20 points for winning, 5 for competing is 25. Wait, fuck, how many points is it for specialty?
3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 for competing in it and winning a specialty match. Well, not specialty, it was a fucking main event. What am I talking about? A main event match, rather. Competing in the final match on the show is 4 points. So I shorted everybody by 1 point. Do I have to go back and add 1 point to everybody? Does anybody care?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I will give it to Braun Strowman, though. So Strowman would get 25 plus 9 would be 34 for the main event. And then moves 34, and then he had 7 on the moves, which is 41 points, Braun Strowman.
Wow.
Is 51 becomes 259 for Braun Strowman.
All right.
Thus endeth Raw.
Let's go to the happy totals.
Yep. All right. So, still the lead at 44-19 is KO Show, followed by 42-21 for the Hug Life and 30-32 for Certified Lunatic.
Write them up. Yeah, we'll see what happens after John gets all the points for SmackDown.
Yeah.
And probably 205 Live.
No. No.
Fair enough.
No, that's no.
I remind you, with Jack Gallagher in an I forfeit match.
True.
Spoiler alert, he didn't forfeit. Now, let me jump back over here. We'll move on to the SmackDown. SmackDown this week emanating from the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee.
All right.
The cage is hanging above the ring, and Shane McMahon comes out to make a big announcement.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the money. Did you watch SmackDown?
Yes.
Okay. Did you stay awake for all of it?
Yes.
Okay. And Shane announces that there will be one more stop for the WWE Champion between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, and it will be the Elimination Chamber.
And then AJ Styles comes out and says, like hell there is. And he's like, well, I run the show, so yes, there is. And AJ Styles like, fuck you.
Announces the match is returning. It'll be for the title. And with that, AJ Styles comes out with his belt to interrupt and complains about having to defend it in the chamber match. He says AJ's phenomenal, but his attitude isn't. Cena interrupts, but then AJ refuses to let him talk. It says SmackDown management is out to get him. Then Miz comes out and Maurice says he plans to walk out of WrestleMania as both the WWE Champion and the Intercontinental Champion. The Miz and AJ get each other's faces, and Cena eggs them on. And Shane books a match between the two.
I also love that AJ Styles calls John Cena out on his bullshit. Because he comes. Did you see this part at all, Jim?
I did not see SmackDown at all.
Because literally when Cena comes down, AJ Styles is like, look, Cena, everyone around here knows that you suck. Because the only reason that you have this match with me, despite the fact your ass hasn't even been here, is because you come back and your brother-in-law just hands you the fucking title match. And I was like, oh, shit. He called him out on it.
He did, except it's still not even true. Because, as we noted, he's not his brother-in-law yet because Cena won't fucking marry Nikki already.
True,
despite
but
the fact that she wants him to.
True, but he's basically saying that's the only reason he got the match. I'm just, wow, he's calling him out on that. That's hilarious.
He is.
So yeah, it's good promos all around. Great promo by The Miz.
Yes, as always.
And Cena just needs to be a fucking heel already because, yeah. Just, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It says it all when you have AJ Styles on one side, Miz on the other side, and Cena in the middle. And Cena's the one that looks the most like the heel. You're just like, Despite the fact that Miz is the heel, everyone loves him because he's making such great promos. He's so good.
He is. All right, promo points to all these gentlemen.
Yeah.
So AJ Styles gets 361. And John Cena.
I also love that AJ Styles also threatened Shane McMahon with taking the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and running back to Japan with it. He threatened him. He threatened him by saying, "I'm going to pull a CM Punk," and I'm like, "Wow."
You do that.
Yeah, that's pretty much Shane's response was like, "Yeah, you do that."
And then 8 is going to be 326 for The Miz. Okay. Oh, and Maurice was there, so Maurice gets appearance points.
Yeah, she came out with The Miz.
Yeah.
Looking hot as ever.
119. Okay. Speaking of which, happy birthday to Maurice. It was her birthday earlier this week.
Nice.
So we go to a commercial, and we come back from it to see Dean Ambrose in the back asking Shane McMahon for a match against Randy Orton. I don't know why, but there's apparently some kind of history there.
From what I understand, because of what Orton did to him last week.
What did Orton did to him last week?
I guess they had a match or some shit. I don't know. But he came back. He was like, Shane, with what the Wyatt family did to me, I'm looking for a little retribution. And Shane's like, all right, so you want Bray Wyatt? Fine, you got him. And he's like, no. See, I don't want to cut the head off the snake. I'd rather go for the viper itself. I want Randy Orton. And he goes, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it was history because of something that happened last week. I didn't really watch SmackDown last week, so I don't know. Cause I missed the Wyatt match. So yeah.
Fair enough.
I guess they had a match last week or some shit. I don't know. You guys covered it.
I do not recall.
I don't remember.
Well, whatever. So promo points to Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you, Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Puts him at 280. All right. So after this, we cut to the ring for the aforementioned AJ Styles versus The Miz match. It's a non-title match. John Cena's on commentary. Commentary points to Cena.
Cena actually did a fair job on commentary. I have to give him credit.
There is John Cena. There he is.
They used that time because it's WWE to basically hype up Surf's Up 2
Makes sense.
and some like Cena's projects and stuff like that. So yeah. And Cena was kind of like a half heel commentator too, which was kind of weird.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's completely unrelated. I was looking at this at the roster. What the hell happened to Ho Ho Loon?
That's what I want to know. Or Akira Tozawa.
Tozawa had a promo this week. He's coming.
No.
He's had promos the last couple of weeks. He's on his way.
Fuck you.
Why fuck me?
Because you have Akira Tozawa.
I do?
Yes, you do.
Oh. Okay. Excellent.
So fuck you.
So AJ and Miz go back and forth for a little while. Miz eats a Pele kick and falls out to the ringside. And then AJ gets in a fight with John Cena. The ref calls for the bell, and then John Cena hits both gentlemen with an attitude adjustment.
Yeah, basically, AJ, I think, grabs the Miz and throws him into Cena, who's at ringside. And Cena's like, "Who the fuck was that for?" And then they beat each other up.
It was for being you.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I need to go see how this match was ruled a DQ or a no contest.
I would imagine a DQ, but since Cena attacked in the middle of the match.
Well, let's find out. No, AJ Styles versus The Miz ended in a no contest.
Okay, then.
That is the WWE.com ruling.
Fair enough.
Styles attempted to throw The Miz into Cena, but the C Nation leader was hip to the jive and not only blocked the attack, but ultimately gave an AA to both Miz and the Phenomenal One for good measure.
Who the fuck wrote that?
Whoever does the SmackDown recapping at WWE.com.
Jonathan Coachman.
Yeah, right? Fair enough. No contest.
Hip to the jive.
I guess.
The Globetrotters just put on a press conference. He called me a jive sucker.
He did. So anyway, out of this, Miz hit no moves. And off the rules of a no contest, that's 5 points to each participant. So 5 for that and 5 for actively competing. And it's going to give Styles and Miz each 10 points, and Styles will get 11 because he hit a move at one point, that Pele kick. So 10 points, Miz.
All points to you. Well, except for Styles.
Wait, what did I do? Hold on. That's not right. Go back. 36, not 66. All right. And then Maurice gets additional some accompaniment points.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5. That puts her at 124.
You have AJ Styles' points.
AJ Styles gets 11 points. Puts him at 372.
Cena gets commentating points.
Already
plus-
gave him commentating points, and he gets 2 AA points.
Yep. And post-match beatdown points.
Sure.
Trying
Actually,
to give you some points, man.
Actually, 4 post-match beatdown, 2 for the AAs is 6, and 3 because he caught AJ into an AA out of his phenomenal forearm attempt.
Oh, so that'd be like avoiding the phenomenal.
That's an
Fair
evasion. Yeah, that's a counter.
Okay.
So that would be 4 and 3 and 2 is 9.
Fair enough.
9 points, which would put John Cena at 83 points.
John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks.
Jesus sucks.
Let's go, Jesus. Jesus sucks.
All right, moving on.
Moving along. Nikki Bella comes out and calls out Natalya.
Okay.
But instead of coming to the ring, Natalya appears up at the top of the steps in the audience
Oh, I remember this.
and
Yeah.
proceeds to tell the camera guy to come with her. And she proceeds to walk out to the merchandise stand in the lobby area. And proceeds to demand to want to know why there's all this Nikki Bella merchandise and no Natalya merchandise. And then she takes all the Nikki Bella merchandise and throws it in the garbage. And then,
I love they do this. Did you see this part at all, Jim?
yes, this part I saw.
I love she goes out there and she's like, so where's the Nikki Bella merchandise? And the guy's like, right here. She's like, right next to the John Cena merchandise. I was just like, oh wow, even their merchandise is next to each other. What the hell? Yeah, and then she tries to throw Nikki's merchandise into the garbage, and then Nikki jumps her, and they have a good old-fashioned backstage brawl in front of everyone standing there.
Yep, they beat each other up, knock a bunch of crap over, a bunch of referees separate them. And there we go.
So points for a good old-fashioned backstage brawl.
Yep.
And promo.
And promo from the ladies, yes. So 8 and 4. That's 12 points to each of those ladies.
And that was actually a really good segment, too.
It was. 12 points to Nikki is going to be, let's see, 103 to Nikki. And then Natty.
Did you give her the beatdown points?
Yes. It's
Okay.
12. It's 8 for the promo and 4 for the beatdown.
Fair enough.
And then 8 points to Natty. Hey, I had this entire feud. No, wait, no, I don't have
No, you
Nikki.
don't. I have Nikki Bella.
You have Nikki. Okay. No, you don't. Rick has Nikki.
No, he doesn't. I have Nikki Bella.
It says
Man,
Hug
what?
Life right there. Nikki Bella. Hug Life.
Fuck. I thought I had Nikki Bella.
You do not have Nikki Bella.
Fuck.
Anyway, as I was saying, 12 points to Natalya, so that's 50, puts her at 69. No. Anyway,
All right.
so following this segment, we cut out to the ring for Dean Ambrose versus Randy Orton.
I did not see this match. I fell asleep.
You said you stayed awake through the whole thing. Lies, all lies.
I saw what happened
Caught
after.
on footage, all fucking lies.
He
So
also
that's the
said
only
that he watches
All
SmackDown and then
lies.
didn't see last week's.
I probably did see SmackDown.
Lies.
I don't remember. But I saw the main event anyway.
Whoopity-doo.
I saw the rest this night. I just missed this one match because I fell asleep.
That's like a third of the matches.
And literally, it's 33.3% of the matches.
Yeah, but it's not 33.3% of the show.
That's a majority of electoral college votes.
It is. Anyway,
Man,
Wyatt
damn it, we're watching WWE, not Donald Trump.
You know, funny you mention that because those have both been together.
Yeah, it's true. There's one of our articles
They
today
still
where
are.
where Stone Cold talked about being there when Vince talked Trump into taking a stunner. Anyway, Wyatt and Harper are ringside for this, so accompaniment points to Wyatt and Harper.
Mm-hmm.
So Bray Wyatt is going to get himself 5 accompaniment points. It's going to put him at 194. And Luke Harper will also get that. That's going to put him at 100 points even. No, wait, 101. All right. So Orton and Ambrose beat each other up outside the ring by the announce table to start off. Orton then hits a spinning power slam back in the ring and goes for a superplex, which Ambrose fights out of and gets him with the lariat. He throws Orton out and then hits a tope suicida, or tries to, but Luke Harper pushes Orton out of the way and takes the move for him. Back in the ring, Orton hits a DDT and goes to the RKO, but Harper gets in the ring and goes toward Ambrose. Orton and the ref convince him to leave, but that distraction allows Ambrose to roll Orton up from behind and get a victory.
Mm.
Orton and Luke then start getting in each other's faces in the ring, and Bray has to pull them apart. And then Bray slaps Harper or punches Harper across the face out of frustration. He blames Orton, and Bray gets in Orton's face next. Harper then leaves, and then Orton and Wyatt leave afterward.
Okay, then.
So, Randy Orton gets 5 competing points,
Mm.
as well as 2 moves. So 7 points to Randy Orton. And then Dean Ambrose gets himself 25 for competing and winning. And he also had 2 moves. So 27 points, Dean Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Puts him at 307. All right. Luke Harper gets interference points.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
7. Okay. So that happens.
That happened.
And then we cut to a promo backstage. Becky Lynch cuts a promo on Alexa saying she won't be leaving with the women's title tonight.
Yeah. Does Bray get post-match beatdown points for punching Harper in the face?
I'm not going to give it to him for 1 punch,
Mm.
especially not when it's on an ally.
Okay.
John, do you want to give him the points?
No, I don't know. It's just a punch. If you want to, that's fine. I don't care.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, that's my feeling. Also, it was 1 punch.
Yeah, it's not just salt.
That's fair.
It's just...
Yeah. I mean, given that Bray Wyatt is not Saitama,
No, that's apparently Roman Reigns.
or the Big Show.
He doesn't exist anymore. Roman Reigns.
He existed. He existed on Raw about a month ago when he showed up and heel turned within 5 minutes. Not face turned, rather.
Yeah, and then he disappeared. He's where he's going to be until WrestleMania.
Well, hey, the Big Show will be in the Royal Rumble. He's always a threat to win the Royal Rumble.
Not with Braun Strowman in there.
But that's why they need somebody big enough to actually be like, oh my God, he could throw Braun Strowman out.
Kane?
Kane could be in there too. That wouldn't shock me.
Undertaker?
Yeah. But
He
they
could
need to
throw
get
Braun
Big Show exposure for his big feud against Shaq.
Maybe that's one of the surprises that'll show up in the Rumble. Maybe Shaq will enter the Rumble.
And he'll eliminate the Big Show to set up their feud.
There you go.
All right, anyway. What do you think Shaq's finisher is?
Shazam.
Yes. No, that's Shazam. It's Kazam.
He's got to update it. He's trying to keep it relevant.
No, his finisher is the steel hammer.
Yeah, real steel.
Yeah.
Doom.
No, real steel's Hugh Jackman's finisher when he punches the Miz in the face.
No, that's Three Claw Monty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That wasn't the Miz. Who did he? Oh, it was Dolph he punched in the face. It was some blonde on SmackDown. That was close.
Harris.
Harris.
Wait, Shaq is going to throw Hugh Jackman at him for a fastball special.
There
Oh,
you
there you go. Perfect. Anyway, Becky Lynch gets the promo points.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, Becky. 6, 7, 8 would put her at 183. Then we're joined specially in the ring by Jerry the King Lawler because we're in Memphis.
Yeah, for the King.
Jerry Lawler's holding the King's Court.
Yeah, I saw the end of this when I woke up.
He brings out Dolph Ziggler to discuss Ziggler's attitude problem, and Ziggler doesn't want to talk to him. He shows Ziggler footage of last week, and Ziggler comes back with footage of him elbow dropping Lawler in 2012 right before Lawler's heart attack. And then he takes credit for Lawler's heart attack and threatens to finish the job.
And then promptly super kicks him in the chest to finish
If
the
Lawler
job.
doesn't stop asking questions, Lawler says to make just one more question. How does it feel to know that no matter how many times he changes his attitude, he'll always be a loser? He answers with a super kick, and Lawler goes down. Ziggler walks away, and JBL goes to check out in the ring to check on Lawler.
Oh, is that why he fell on his face?
Yes.
Okay.
He went in the ring to check on Lawler, and Lawler yelled at Ziggler to get back in the ring if he has any guts, and Ziggler declined and walked away.
I'm surprised Lawler took the bump, to be honest.
Yeah. Well,
Especially a super kick to the chest of all places.
I like the idea that he calls out Ziggler. Ziggler comes down and he's like, I don't want to answer questions. Like, then why did you come down to the ring?
yeah.
Why don't you just appear on Titantron and go, no, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Or send out Ellsworth or some shit.
There you go. So anyway, promo points to Dolph Ziggler, and technically an assault and a finisher. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a finisher's 13 points to Dolph Ziggler.
And maybe attempted homicide. I don't know if we give points for that yet.
I don't know.
Yeah. I also find it funny Lawler came down in ring gear. I'm like, why are you wearing ring gear? Because, like, okay, he has the cape and the crown. That's fair enough. But why are you wearing your ring gear?
I know. We really needed him without a shirt. Thanks.
At one brief moment, John Bradshaw Layfield was a face again.
And on his face again.
Yeah, that too. Did you see that part, Jeff?
No, I missed that part.
Tell him what happened, John.
Like in the background, you can see JBL just like face plant because I assume he tripped over a cord, but like when he was trying to get in the ring, he just in the background, you see him just go, whoa.
I missed that part. Okay.
And you guys might appreciate this, but somebody had that clip, and like when they like slow mode it as he fell down, and it turned like gray tone. It said "wasted" on.
Nice.
That's great. I thought you were gonna say they slow moded and then they just overlaid. What you say?
No, that's our job. That's what we need to do for a video.
There you go.
The wasted one is good too. That's about right.
Am doing the one who's not going to go to 2K17 and give him the Ric Flair falling down taunt?
Do it.
If anything, if they were going to do the wasted thing, it should have had Ziggler super kicking Lawler and then gray out Lawler and say wasted.
There you go.
There you go.
Or just the Resident Evil. You died.
Yeah, we're bad people.
No, he just checks the super kick. Fatality.
Ziggler wins.
Like, Ziggler, I have one more question. How does it feel to always be a loser? Doo-doo-doo. Finish him.
Anyway, so you're gonna give Ziggler points. All right. Meanwhile, Bray Wyatt then appears on the screen because he's smarter than Dolph Ziggler. And proceeds to announce that number one, the entire Wyatt family is entering the Royal Rumble match. And number two, that Orton and Harper are going to have a one-on-one match next week on SmackDown to get their differences out of the way so they can be on the same page for the Royal Rumble.
That ain't gonna happen.
Probably not, but that's what we're going with. So promo points to Bray Wyatt.
Orton face turn.
Puts Bray Wyatt at 202. And then, lastly but not leastly, the cage shall lower for Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Which Alexa Bliss wins thanks to La Luchadora. I mean, Mickey James.
All right, so yeah, it's a cage match. They beat each other up at the cage for a while. Becky hits a nice Bexploder off the middle rope.
This was actually a pretty good match. I have to give Alexa Bliss credit.
Yeah, she puts it in to disarm her, but then La Luchadora is in the cage door, distracts her, kicks Becky in the head, and then Alexa hits Becky with a DDT and celebrates the win. And then Becky fights the back after the match and rips off La Luchadora's mask to reveal Mickey James.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you can now change La Luchadora to Mickey James. Scroll
I
it
can.
down. Also, am I the only one who thinks they botched one thing in this match?
What's that?
When Becky Lynch was at the top of the cage, she actually went over. And am I the only one who thinks she wasn't supposed to go over? That either Alexa Bliss took too long to get up the cage, or Becky Lynch went too fast, because then she had to pull Becky Lynch back over the cage, and Becky Lynch literally had to climb back over the cage to get back in the ring.
No, they've done that in cage matches a lot before.
Yeah, but I don't know, it looked weird. It looked like I said, either she got up there too fast or Alexa Bliss took too long. Like, she didn't get up there fast enough to make it look believable. Because literally, or not literally, but usually when they do it, the person up on the cage is straddling the cage. Becky Lynch was literally over the cage.
No, they've done quite a few bits before. The person on the other side and they get pulled back in. It's called drama.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I guarantee you that was not a botch.
Okay, fair enough. Because the timing just looked a little weird to me.
I don't know, but it was not a botch.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so I gave interference points to Mickey James. And let's round this out with 3 points for Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch is going to get 5 points for competing. 4 points for competing in the main event is 9. 3 points for competing in a specialty match is 12. And then 3 moves is 15 points, Becky Lynch.
Fair enough.
The 8 is 198. And then Alexa Bliss. Oh boy. Well, let's see here. 20 points. Jesus Christ. I'd say 25 points for a women's title retention. 20 points for winning a match is 45. 10 for winning a specialty is 55. 9 for it being the main event is 64. 3 for competing in the specialty is 67. Moves. She had 1, so 68 points, Alexa Bliss.
Damn.
Let's see here. Which puts Alexa Bliss at 323.
Damn. Also, give Mickey James one more point. Because I believe she...
Did the chick kick, yes.
No, the Mick kick.
Whatever.
Her spinning back kick. That's called the Mick kick.
Whatever.
It's her signature move.
It's her finisher, actually.
The Mick kick is not a finisher.
Yes, it is.
The chick kick is a finisher. The Mick kick is a setup. It's a signature move.
It's the same kick. She just changed the name.
No, like I said, the Mick kick is a spinning back kick into the gut. Oh,
No, it's not.
pretty sure it was.
No.
John, you've seen her wrestle. Which of us is correct?
Mick kick.
Oh, geez.
Roundhouse kick parody from Trish Stratus.
Really, I swear the Mick kick was her spinning back kick.
No.
John, what say you?
Remember the chick kick was fucking awesome a move, but I could never take it.
Until now. You can take it now. You've been able to take it for the past few years.
Oh, the Mick kick was originally the chick kick, and then it became the reverse roundhouse kick later.
The problem is the animation, unless they changed it, because it was always like a little too obviously from a diva.
Well, which one? There's two versions of it. There's the one where you bend over and you're like, because the one that they've had for a few years now is where she bends over, she backs up and it's like, come get some, and then boom, kick.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, the Mick kick. What the move was changed. It was originally the roundhouse kick in 06 when it was parodied from Trish, and she used the long kiss goodnight was the reverse kick, but then she renamed that one the Mick kick and used that ever since. So it is the reverse one now. It just wasn't always.
Fair enough.
But either way, I gave her the point, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So thus endeth SmackDown.
Go to the happy totals.
Indeed.
Let's see if John managed to overtake me. He got a lot of points.
All right, and happy totals are.
I got closer.
They did. No, still in the lead by 111 points.
Wow, I thought I would have closed it more than like 20 points, but I guess not.
Well, you did because it was 42-21 to 44. So you were almost 200 points behind. You closed it by about 90 to 100 points. So 44-43 in the lead, KO show, followed by 43-33. That's 110 points. 43-33 for Hug Life, and 31-57 for Certified Lunatic.
Write it up. SmackDown Live.
No shit.
No shit.
No shit.
Now let's move on to Jim Closes the Gap.
Not even close. No, not even close.
Well, you're going to get a bucket load of points anyway.
Yeah.
Or you'll close the gap a little bit.
So we're going to 205 Live, people.
AKA Jim's attempt to close the gap.
Yeah. So before the first match, we have Cedric Alexander making his way to the ring, and Alicia Fox comes out behind him. However, when he gets down to the bottom of the ramp, it's only then that he seems to realize that she is there, and he asks her what the hell she's doing and tries to tell her to leave, but she refuses. As she's talking to him, Noam Dar comes out of nowhere and attacks Cedric from behind. Noam Dar and Cedric's intended opponent, Drew Gulak, who slides out of the ring, proceed to double team beat the shit out of Cedric for several minutes.
Joy.
And during the course of this, Alexander eats a chop block from Gulak, resulting in Cedric having to start the match with one leg.
Okay, then.
I know you mean like figuratively, but I'm not going to take it that way, and that was the meanest chop block ever.
It was.
So So basically, Drew Gulak just turned him into the black version of that one cruiserweight. One on one leg.
Oh,
That has
that
that,
took me a
that had the
second.
fucking
Yeah.
beautiful moonsault. It was a great moonsault.
He has a fucking name. It's Zach Gowen.
That's
Gowen.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
yeah. I was like, I can remember the Zach part, but not the rest. I'm usually really good at remembering him too because he was pretty cool.
It was awesome. Yeah, so he's like the black Zach Gowen. Fair enough.
If you're interested in seeing Zach Gowen, he currently wrestles for Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Okay then.
You down with ICP?
Drew Gulak has
He's currently in a
magical
tag team with Eugene.
Nice.
powers. Okay then.
That's now for cover reasons. It's spelled the letter U dash Gene.
Okay then.
Something Dinsmore.
Nick.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I was under the impression he was still working for WWE. Like he was a trainer the last time I heard.
No,
But it's
no,
not-
so apparently they realized that Eugene was cheating to win, and then they fought each other at Bloody Mania 5, with Gowen emerging victorious after Eugene got caught cheating again.
Okay then.
You're using 2 legs.
Fair enough. Anyway. So the match does begin, and Drew Gulak ends up winning this match, defeating Cedric Alexander via a pinfall after a belly-to-back suplex.
Okay.
So, that's Cedric Alexander had 1 move in here, so he's going to get 5 for competing and 1 for the move of 6. That's going to put him at 181. Alicia is going to get accompaniment points, even though she didn't intend to. That's good. Or he didn't intend her to, anyways. That's 124. Nothing's open. There we go. Meanwhile, we come back to the locker room.
Noam Dar gets assault points.
Yeah, oh, that's true. He does get out of match assault points. Technically, so does Gulak because the match hadn't started. So
Yeah.
okay. So Drew Gulak wins this match. So he's going to get 25, and I think he only had 1 move. Also, am I correct on that? Yes. So 26 points for Gulak, plus 4 for the assault. Is 30 points. Drew Gulak. Puts him at 106.
And did you give Dar his points?
Yep. Noam Dar gets 4 points for an assault. It's 159. Okay.
All right.
We got to the backstage area where Alicia Fox approaches Noam Dar in the locker room, and he tells Alicia Fox that he did it for her. She looks conflicted and then slaps him in the face. Noam Dar smiles and clearly likes it.
I did it for The Rock.
Thank you, ma'am. May I have another?
Promo to Dar. Alicia didn't say anything, so we're only going to give it to Dar. To 167. Okay. We have a video package on the history of Neville and Rich Swann's feud to build up to the title match of Royal Rumble. Gotta
Okay.
keep that in everybody's mind. We then have Tony Nese give a pre-match interview with Dasha Fuentes where he explains what it means to be the premier athlete. So promo points to Tony Nese.
And he probably gets F5'd by Brock Lesnar for stealing his gimmick.
No, that was the next big thing.
He's a cruiserweight. It's more like an F3.5. He doesn't need to get all 5.
Yeah, but doesn't Paul Heyman bill him as the premier athlete, though?
I don't remember.
Not that I can recall, no.
To be fair, Paul Heyman says a lot of things when he's drinking. I don't know if I would believe all of them.
True.
Anyway, Nese is going to get 8 points. It's going to put him at 94. Okay. So after this, Tony Nese goes to the ring and has a one-on-one match with Mustafa Ali.
Woo!
He defeats Mustafa Ali
Fuck you.
via a pinfall after a running knee strike in the corner after a really nasty German suplex into the second turnbuckle.
Ouch.
Nice.
So Mustafa Ali gets 5 for showing up and 1 for the one move that he hit. Is 6 points Mustafa Ali.
Fuck you. You're trying to eliminate all my 2 cruiserweights that I have. What the hell?
And then Tony Nese gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and 2 for moves. Is 27 points to Tony Nese.
Yeah, this literally is the Jim attempts to catch up show. Because he literally has everyone that's relevant on this fucking show.
I do not have Arya Davari.
No, you just beat the fuck out of Arya Davari and got
That
all the
too.
points for that match.
I also don't have Rich Swann.
Is he relevant though?
He's not relevant on the show. He wasn't on this show at all.
True. Anyway, 27 points to Tony Nese, which would be 94, 104, 114, and then it's 7 would be 121. Tony Nese.
Yeah, and Rich Swann, don't worry. After Neville takes the belt, you'll never see him again.
Pretty much. Yeah, then literally this entire show will be the James Phoenix show.
Well,
he
who
still
knows?
won't
Because
catch up.
after the Royal Rumble will be a draft, so who the hell knows?
We're going to have to move some things around before the draft, but we'll talk about that later.
John, we're not moving anything around.
He's complaining that he's only winning by 100-something points.
I know.
It should be all 10,000.
It should be 1 million points. Anyway, the commentators announced that Tajiri is injured.
So he will not be drafted.
What's that?
I said so he will not be drafted.
No, I think what John said.
Oh, I said, no, he's a coward.
Yeah, well, they bring up Brian Kendrick's tweet as well and talk about that. They also then they throw to a hype video for Akira Tozawa.
Fuck you!
So that's cool.
He's premiering before or after Emelina. That's our gauge.
Nah. Yes. And then finally, we go to our main event of Gentleman Jack Gallagher. That's his name now. It's not extraordinary. He's just Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus Arya Davari in an I forfeit match.
It's basically an I quit match, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Score it!
And I actually watched 205 Live right before we went on the air for this podcast because I like to watch 205 Live and I didn't get to see it earlier. This was a good match.
Okay.
Gallagher and Davari really went back and forth. Gallagher brought his umbrella William with him to the ring.
He named his umbrella.
He did. It's William. He was unfortunately unable to use William as Davari knocked it out of his hand. They went back and forth and Davari began working on Jack Gallagher rather well and controlled him for the majority of the match. They went back and forth. They went up the ramp for a while and Davari threw him into the stage pieces a few times. Gallagher managed to come back and throw Davari into a set piece. As they were leaving the ring on their way up, Gallagher went under the ring and he pulled out a second William umbrella. And he hit him with that a few times. They fought their way back down. They fought their way around to the announce table where Gallagher flipped the top off the table as the audience began chanting for tables. And there was a great moment where they're beating each other up, right? And Davari stumbles away, and Gallagher walks over. He grabs freaking I think Corey was on the left. He grabs Corey's headset out of his hand, and he pulls over and he goes, "As an extraordinary gentleman, I feel I should warn you that you should probably move out of the way." And so they get up and move out of the way, and then Davari tries to throw Gallagher. Gallagher versus that. He throws Davari over the table, and he crashes over the table. And the Gallagher flips the table apart. They start fighting on the table. So that was a good back and forth. Great strategy by Arya Davari. At one point in the match, they're back in the ring, and Davari gets out of the ring. And right as the commentators say that as Austin Aries points out, First of all, Austin Aries points out repeatedly that if Austin Aries were in this match, Austin Aries would have already won this match. Because he would have jabbed his thumb into Jack Gallagher's eye until he said, I forfeit. But he does suggest that Ari Daivari should be taking advantage of the no disqualification and no countout stipulations involved in this match. And as he says this, Daivari goes over to ringside and he proceeds to get his headscarf. And he brings his headscarf in the ring and he proceeds to tie one end of it to Jack Gallagher's left wrist. No, his right wrist. And then he picks him up and he uses it to pull him at him and then clothesline him really hard. And then he does it again. He then lays Jack Gallagher on the mat and pulls his other arm and then ties his arms behind his back with his headscarf. And then beats the crap out of a no-arm man for a while.
Nice.
And inevitably, Gallagher manages to get himself free. And I think he rolls out of the ring and he manages to get himself free. And Daivari goes after him, only for Gallagher to reach over to the ringside area and pull out William III. Then he hit Daivari with that umbrella a couple of times. Then he threw it back in the ring. And then he tapped Daivari out to an umbrella-assisted crossface chicken wing.
What the hell is he? The white Xavier Woods? I have Francesca too.
Pretty much. It was an excellent match.
Fair enough. Am I the only one who thinks Austin Aries looks like Batista Light? I guess so then.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I don't know if I'd say that, but I could see it.
No, just every time I see him, especially when he's wearing the shades, and also when I hear him talk, all I can think of is Batista, but if like he wasn't on roids.
Batista and mini me.
Yeah, pretty much. He looked like a mini Tista, and I'm like, that's all I can think of every time I see the guy.
There's also a lot of the gentlemen shoving the microphone in each other's faces, trying to get each other to say that they quit, so on and so forth, as you would expect in this type of a match. And yeah, Jack Gallagher gets a victory out of the match. Great match. So Arya Daivari had one move in this match because it was mostly a hardcore style match. So Daivari gets 1 point, and he gets 5 for competing and 4 for being in the main event. So that's 10 points to Arya Daivari.
And
it's a specialty match, so that's another 3. So 13 points to Arya Daivari.
And he should also get points for using foreign objects.
16 points to Arya Daivari. 97-203.
Wow. Of all the scrubby people I picked near the end, you were the best.
Indeed. And then the extraordinary gentleman Jack Gallagher is going to get himself 20 points for winning this match and 5 for competing in it. He's going to get 10 points for winning a specialty match, is 35. He's going to get 9 for it being the main event, is 44. And then move-wise, he had another 4. So that is going to put him at 48 points for this match.
Again, weapons, because he used the
51 points for this match.
And I would say, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I would say OMG for the table, maybe?
They didn't go through it. They just fought around it.
Okay, fair enough.
They took it apart like they were going to, but ended up not going through it. So 51 points.
Fair enough.
1 and 8. What's about 269? Still not in the top 10, but a nice boost for Jack Gallagher.
Mm-hmm. Now let's go to the final totals for the week.
Indeed. Close this out. Let's see what we got. All right. Totals clocking in. 44.55 for KO Show. 43.66 on Hug Life. And 32.73 for me on Certified Lunatic. You know, 120 points at that. That's not bad.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So I got 10 points. 12 points.
12 points.
Wow. I got like nothing. How much did John get? I'll wait till you put his total up there. You got more points than I did.
Yeah. 35.
33,
I got
Yeah,
33.
16 on that.
33 points, yeah.
Indeed.
And this is the James Phoenix show.
I approve. Let's go to the leaderboards.
Let's.
All right. Still holding strong in first place is the Cruiserweight champion, Rich Swann, at 487, followed by Roman Reigns at 454. The Universal Champion, Kevin Owens, coming in third at 449, followed by the World Champion, AJ Styles, at 372. The United States Champion, Chris Jericho, comes in at 351, followed by The Miz at 336. Your SmackDown Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, jumping up there at 323, followed by the Raw Women's Champion, Charlotte, at 310. The Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose, at 307. And one half of your SmackDown Tag Champs, Chad Gable, at 291, rounding out the top 10. Which was Jack Gallagher has knocked himself down right down here into 13th place. He's working his way up.
Nice.
Okay, then. Good week.
Indeed. So with that, that has been our program for the week, as per the usual.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, too, for joining me. As always,
You're welcome.
Welcome.
join us next week for the final main week show of Season 2. Our final show for the season will, of course, be the following week. Will be the Royal Rumble episode, is our finale for Season 2, and we will see how that plays out for everybody. There will then, of course, following week be a draft and the premiere of Season 3.
Indeed.
Should be a whole lot of fun. I'm James Phoenix. Peace.